Picture the scene. You wake up all appreciative of life, being back at uni, all cheers and smiles. Well, I'm slightly exaggerating for the story. But you wake up and then all of a sudden you have the freshers flu. Well, the definition of the Black Death, the freshers flu, it's a colloquial term for the common cold and other mild viruses that frequently affect new university and returning students in the first few weeks of university. So imagine you haven't been to any freshers events this year because now you are a seasoned final year student at university, and you look at the first year students and wonder how they have so much energy while you're on your fourth coffee trying to go to a library because for some reason you have a deadline due in the first few weeks. You go into your first uni lecture and when you go into your first lecture, all you hear is coughing and sneezing. Seriously, when you look at the lecture podcast, when the professor is trying to give you a key, crucial bit of information, which will 100% be on your final exam, the whole recording will be disrupted by the biggest heaving cough. And guess what? This year, that cough was mine. Yes, I tried to listen to the podcast in the library and all I could hear was myself coughing. Hey, who said you can't make an impression at university? Now, I knew I was unlucky when the first few lectures I went to, I sat down and the person sitting next to me started dry heaving. And I knew that my immune system couldn't cope. Now, to the immune system, as the freshers flu is mainly a group of viral infections, we know that they can be recognised by their PAMPs, their pathogen-associated molecular patterns. You can look up RIG1 receptors and CGAS sting receptors.
A few moments later.
Also, we can trigger the adaptive immune response. We know that MHC class 1 is produced in the lumen of the endoplasmic reticulum. 8 to 10 amino acids long so that it can fit into the binding cleft of MHC class. However, non-antigen presenting cells can lead to signal 1, which is the MHC class 1 molecule to the TCR receptor. However, they cannot do signal 2 and 3, and that's where cross-presentation comes in. However, while MHC class 1 leads to CD8 positive activation, we also want CD4 activation, which is a branch of T cells, and also activation of B cells. Viral material is still in the cell. How does it exactly present the peptide into MHC class 2 instead of MHC class 1? Anyway, I think I've went a bit too off topic there, but just know you're not safe in your house, in the library, or anywhere on the streets because everyone is ill. Look, and here's some advice from a website on how to overcome the freshers flu. Eat healthier. Good luck with that. Drink lots of water. There you go. Get to bed, as if you're actually going to do that. And look after your mental health. Wow, very good advice. And something that most university students won't take. Anyway, the moral of the story is you have to appreciate life when you're healthy. So as I'm not healthy now, I'm going to stay mad.